Hello, Namaskar. So I will take a recap of the previous session, yung introduction ng proud, and then the first sutra of the chapter 5 of Ananda Sutra. So yung proud, yung ibig sabihin ng proud is it is the acronym of progressive utilization and utilization theory. So ibig sabihin ng proud is progressive utilization theory. So it is a socio-economic theory which is based on spirituality. Spirituality. So maraming klaseng socio-economic theory. Yung most common is the communism and capitalism. So yung pinagkaiba ng proud sa dalawang yan is yung proud is based on spirituality. So yeah, later on I will in separate topic I will talk regarding about communism and also talk about communism and capitalism. So ngayon, I will introduce the proud. So yung proud, theory siya na propounded by P.R. Sarkar. P.R. Sarkar or Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar. So yeah, in 1959, during 1959. So may ilang years na. Marami na. So yes. Then yung yung dalawang na to, communism tsaka capitalism. Nasabi ko na pala. They neglect spirituality. Unlike proud, it recognizes spirituality. Then yes. So itong proud dinescribe siya or pinaliwanag siya into 16 sutras. So ano yung sutra? So yung sutra, ibig sabihin ng sutra, it is a proverb or verses na nagde-define or nagde-describe ng ideology or certain ideology. So in Ananda Marga, we have Ananda Sutra. So this Ananda Sutra, it describes, it is the group of verses or proverbs that describes the Ananda Marga ideology. And it consists of 5 chapters. And the 5th chapter describes about proud or the socioeconomic advocacy of Ananda Marga. So yes. So yung first chapter, no. First sutra ng chapter 5 is this. Ito siya. Yeah. That's it. Varna pradhanata cakradha. It is a Sanskrit word. Ibig sabihin nun, if you translate it in English, ibig sabihin is, in the movement of the social cycle, one class is always dominant. So here mentioned here is the social cycle and class and dominance. So there's are three terms: the social cycle, the class, and dominance. So those three terms I explain. Okay, I will explain first this class, or let's say kasi yung society, human society, no, is divided into class. It's like Shudra, uh, Kshatriya, Vipra, and Vaishya. I will explain those. So first, and then we read this purport or the inner spirit or meaning ng kanyang explanation. Since no will need social order, since no will need social order had evolved in the distant past, we may call that age the Shudra age. In those days, all people survived by their manual labor. Then came the age of a clan leaders, the age of strong and the brave, which we may call the Kshatriya age. This was followed by the age of intellectuals, which may call the Vipra age. Finally came the age of capitalists, of the Vaeshya age. Yes. So mentioned doon sa paragraph na yon are mentioned doon is the Shudra. So ano nga ba ang Shudra? Shudra, they are the laborers. We commonly call it laborers. Or these are the people na masasabi nating uh, the lowest class of the society, na kung saan uh, yung mind nila is they are not well educated, they are simple minded, ano pa, uh, uh, walang gaanong nalalaman or ignorante. So those are the Shudras, you know. In our present society, yun makikita niyo yun sila they are common workers or laborers na kung saan they work for their food. They work for their food for a day. So they are the most exploited actually of the class of the society. Those are Shudras. Just like we simply say it laborers. Or yeah. So they are the Shudra people. Their mentality, the color of their mentality is black. And it means they don't have enough knowledge, you know, to survive and to grow. So those are the Shudras. So at the beginning of the society, let's say, uh, yung dominance, there is a dominance of Shudra, just like the time that um, society are only consist of tribes, consist of people who live in the mountains, in the caves. Those are Shudras. And then through their sentiments, through their feelings, through their uh, uh, love to their clans and their wants to protect their clans, they learn how to fight from other opposing forces against them. So when they learn how to fight and develop technique how to fight and to protect themselves, they were called Kshatriya, Kshatriya or Kshatriya. So these Kshatriyas, no, they are the warriors, or in present time we call it soldiers, yung mga sundalo na kung saan nakipaglaban to protect us. Their mentality is they like to fight. They like the science of weaponry. Uh, they like the science of war. They like to conquer other countries. They are the Kshatriyas. They are brave and courageous individuals. Those are the warriors. Those are the Kshatriyas. So I'm talking about class of people based on the color of their minds. So ibig sabihin ng color of the minds, not physically na may kita mo yung kulay, but it means uh, the way they think, how the way they think, what are their psychology. That's what I mean, the color of their mind. So Kshatriyas, they are the warriors. And the next form of group of people that dominates the society is the uh, Vipra. So yeah, there was a time. Let's go back to this, to Kshatriya. So there was the time na yung Kshatriyas, they dominate the society, just like the time of medieval age, the time that there are kingdoms fighting against kingdoms, the time of kings. If you see on the old books, yeah, those are the time that the Kshatriyas dominate the society. Now, this Kshatriya, uh, they also evolve. They want to learn more, and there's a time that they degrade also. It means that they exploit. Since they have dominance, they have the tendency to exploit, or even they exploit the these other uh, other people. So through that exploitation, through that to overcome this dominance of Kshatriya, the Vipras, they developed. They came out, and these Vipras, they are intellectuals. They are the. It means that they are the intellectuals, or the scholars, or the yeah, uh, great thinkers of society. So there was a time in the society that these Vipras, they dominate, just like the time that the uh, sample of this, the dominance of the priest and these scholars or intellectuals, just like for example the time of crusade. It is the priest or the religious leader who who lead those crusades to fight against other group of people. So through that, through this Bipra, they they have uh, the tendency also to exploit, or even they exploited their intellect to to gain dominance in the society. Yeah, example is this crusade that they able to control the sentiments of these Kshatriyas to wage to wage war during the crusades and to fight against group of people. So those are the Vipras. These Vipras are, yeah, also like I said, intellectuals. And then after the Vipra dominance, another group of people with other colors of the mind dominate the society. So the next is the Vaeshya. So these Vaeshya, they are the capitalists. So capitalists. It means they are the businessmen. They are the uh, money makers, and yeah. But this group of people also, they end up into exploitation, and yeah, through greed of people, through their greed, they went down to exploit other group of people. They exploit the Shudra, they exploit the Kshatriya, these warriors or soldiers, they exploit, and they exploit also the intellectuals. So from Shudra to Kshatriya to Vaishya. So now in this stage, the Vaishyans are dominating the society through their money power. Now, present in the present day situation, nakikita niyo to sila. Yes, sila yung mga kapitalista. Just like, and they exploit also. You see their exploitation. Nakikita niyo yung exploitation. Just like, through their money power, they can control, they can dominate this Chatrian. They can pay the warriors, the soldiers. They can pay intellectuals. They can pay the Shudras to work for them. So those are through money power. The Vaishyas are working, and so that is the stages or the cycle of the steps in the social cycle. Then next, no, through through the exploitation, we return again here. Okay. How come? Okay, the next paragraph is, yeah, when the warriors and intellectuals are reduced to the level of manual laborers as a result of exploitation during the Vaishyan Age, Shudra revolution occurs. The Shudras have neither well-knit social order nor sufficient intellect to govern the society. Hence, post-capitalist administration passes into the hands of those who provide leadership in the Shudra revolution. These people are brave and courageous, so they begin the second Kshatriya age. So I will explain, yeah, the second paragraph. So, yung ibig sabihin dito, so since the Vaishyans, no, are in the since the Vaishyans are in the peak of their exploitation, this Kshatriya or the warrior, class, and the intellectuals, they lose their dignity in the society as a warrior and intellectuals. So they became like a Shudra. It's a tremendous exploitation. It happens that there's a tremendous exploitation in the society, that these Vipras and Kshatriyas lost their dignity and they were degraded into the level of Shudra. So, for example, of these Vipras, just like our professionals, just like our teachers, our nurses, our computer scientists, or even our scientists, uh, they are the Vipras. And through the exploitation, through the circumstances created by the exploitation of these Vaishyans or these capitalists, These Vipra and Kshatriya were degraded into the status of a Shudra. So, uh, in that stage, these two, this Kshatriya and this Vipra, uh, fight back, and they they will take the lead of a Shudra revolution. Shudra revolution. Why Shudra? So this means that it is not a revolution uh, led by these Shudras, but the Shudra revolution is a revolution led by this disgruntled Kshatriya and Vipra, that through the exploitation of the Vaishya, their status in the society were degraded into Shudra. And they lead the revolution, and that's why it is called Shudra Revolution. So actually, they were called Vikshuddha Shudra. It means, these disgruntled intellectuals and Kshatriya. So they became a Shudra. Then next, that's it. That's the meaning of the wait. The second part is, so when they lead the Shudra revolution, the social cycle again move into the dominance of the Shudra. But since there is no will knit order during this Shudra dominance, the brave and the courageous people will take over, and those are the Kshatriya. So there's again the movement of the social cycle from Shudra to Kshatriya, Vipra, Vaishya, and Shudra. So there's a all round movement of the social cycle. And that is the explanation of the second paragraph. So the third paragraph, in this way, Shudra, Kshatriya, wait, the Shudra, the Kshatriya, the Vipra, and the Vaishya ages move in succession, followed by revolution. Then the second cyclic order begins. Thus, the rotation of Samaj Chakra or social cycle continues. So, this is the explanation of the first sutra in the chapter 5 of Ananda Sutra, that in the movement of the social cycle, one class is always dominant. And yeah, in our society, there was the age of Shudra, there was the age of Kshatriya, there was age of the Vipra, and there was age of Vaishya. Hence the first sutra of the chapter 5 of Ananda Sutra. And see you in the second sutra. So, namaskar.